What's up, Saiyans? WARHEART here, and today's video is just going to be addressing a couple of videos I happen to come across and this is not an exposed video. I don't do those type of things. I just speak on what's being said. So, not going to waste any time. The three videos I want to talk about are Kashami's video about skills and strategies, and his is the talk about that video is going to be pretty short. For the most part, I agree with him. Because he is, some of the stuff is making sense. Some things I have, still questions about, but it is what it is. Maybe he'll find it and he'll answer it. I'll just ask him myself in the message or something. Kid from the 6, keep ass canceling, people bitching. That's the second one. And then the third video is from the Super Itachi, or Perfection, whichever you want to call it, where the Xenoverse community went wrong. Part 2, Cancer of the Community. I'm going to talk about that as well. So, I'm going to start with Kashami's video. For the most part, he was telling the truth. People have playstyles, like the Key Blast canceling. Regardless how we look at it, it's a playstyle. I don't particularly use it. The thing, and that's going to lead me into, what's next? I'll save that. That's going to lead me into what Kid from the 6 is talking about. With the skills and strategy thing, guys, I understand that, people have strategic ways that they go about things in games, but this is not a strategy. Bagging back the whole game with jump vanishes. That's no strategy. Your strategy is you're not trying to fight. So why did you get on the game? It doesn't make sense. So I'm supposed to put forth twice the effort to fight you in a fighting game, which I think this is a fighting game. It has punches and kicks, right? That's quoted 2017. This is a fighting game. It has punches and kicks. So why do I have to try 3 times as hard to fight my opponent? If anybody could play how they wanted to play on this game, and it's considered skill and strategy, then why do we outlaw players like Tunnel Vision and Ultimate Gohan? Why do we not want to fight them most of the times? Why do we not want to deal with them? Because it's repetitive, it's passive, and nobody wants to go through that too much in a damn fighting game where you're supposed to fight your opponent. And we know that it's basically just spamming invincibility frames back and forth. Now, I'm not complaining about it. I'm done talking about it. If I don't want to fight Tunnel Vision, if I don't want to fight Ultimate Gohan, I won't fight him, and that'll just be that. But for the most part, I just fight anybody because it is what it is. If you ever come in my lobby, that's just who I fight, unless I'm joking around on stream and say, hey, I ain't fighting that person. But for the most part, I fight anybody. So other than that, man, the jump vanishing back and forth, I wouldn't call that a strategy. The being passive and waiting your opponent out the whole game, I wouldn't call that a strategy either. But, I mean, if you want to call that a strategy, that's on you. I'm still confused on how is that considered really strategic and smart when all you're doing is just waiting somebody out, and your opponent gonna come fight you because he's not gonna spend 15 minutes of his life trying to bait the shit out of you to come in, and he's not gonna spend 15 minutes of his life jump back punching with you the whole game too. So that's just that. That's all I want to say on Kashami's video. Not too much, everything in his video for the most part I agree with. Some people have these tendencies, and it should be easy to beat them, but hey, you just gotta find a way around this stuff, or just don't play the game. Second, Key Blast canceling, Kid from the 6. Now, guys, of course, nobody really takes this guy really that serious. Like, if I watch his videos, the first thing I go to is laughing because, for the most part, sometimes he says stuff that makes sense, but he always, makes himself sound like I don't even know how to explain it. He just makes himself sound kind of, contradicting, hypocritical and shit like that. So, that's just him. So, with Key Blast canceling, this is my thing. I can find a way around it. I'll try to anyways. I don't know if there's a way around it. This shit might just be invincible. Who knows? It might need to be patched. But I don't continue to keep complaining about the playstyle. This is the thing. If half the community says it's cheap, if half the community says that they don't like Key Blast cancels, then why is half the community using them? Even YouTubers like Cyriax and other I just watched a video this morning. I seen every single person that came in the man's lobby using Key Blast cancels. So if you that's what I don't understand with this hypocritical community. If you don't like something, why do you attack the thing that you don't like by doing the same thing? You are a hypocrite. You cannot speak on anything, and don't give me that bullshit about I don't like it, but I do it to combat them, because that's the only way to beat it. Why don't you find a way around it, or stop playing with those people? Because they're making you play just like them. It gets boring after a while, fighting the same play style each and every time, because it's nothing different from the key blast. It's just a key blast, a jump vanish, and then it's still spamming the same thing. It's just added with a key blast animation. So it's not really no different from spamming jump vanish the whole game. So come on, guys. That's what I'm saying. This community is so hypocritical. They say that they don't like something, and then they counteract the thing by doing it. I don't like hit. I don't like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. But then you're playing Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku and hit against the player to try to show them, prove them that they're not good, you're better than them, and all this shit. And I just don't understand, why do you counter something by doing the exact same thing? You are a fucking hypocrite. That's why I don't listen to a kid from the 6 when he says stop bitching and complaining, because you can literally go on his channel and he has videos where he's in there bitching and complaining, so-called, since you can't give an opinion these days without somebody labeling you as crying, bitching, complaining, moaning, whatever, anything to try to discourage you from giving your opinion. So that's why I don't listen to him. You can go to a video, he was in a video, a guy was jumping back the whole fucking match, and he got tired of dealing with it, and he said, fight, Igga. That's his words. I'm not gonna say it, but that's what he said. So you can't tell people to shut up, but you can speak on stuff when you feel like it. Fuck you. That's what you gotta approach it like, guys. Third, and this guy, I don't know, like, I like that he gives his opinions on Western. That's not what, like, controversial opinions don't turn me off from his videos. It's the fact that he, I like the whole little comedy thing. Hey, I'm a guy, I never lose with it. I find it kind of funny. But it's just too much. First of all, he calls everybody in the community cancer. First, he blames it on one person. That's the thing with Super Itachi. Even though, or perfection, whatever you want to call him, even though sometimes he says some things that make sense, just like Kid from the 6, they always find a way to debunk themselves and make themselves seem like fucking idiots. First, he blames rhyme style for every single thing in this community. Guys, if you're blaming one man, like I used to do, I used to say, why is rhyme style not doing this? If you're blaming one man to make a change, you are dumb. Use your fucking mind. Use your own mouth. Why don't you go to Bandai and tell them what we want? That's what you need to do. Stop depending on this man, Rhyme Style, Jaden Tax, all these YouTubers to tell Bandai what you want. Why don't you go to Bandai, send them a message on Twitter or wherever it may be that you use, and regardless if you get a reply, you gave your advice to them. So if they do not make the change, you do not buy their shit, and that's just how you leave it. And if people want to call you, you're a fake fan because you're not buying this shit and you're not supporting this shit, no. You tired of spending your money on a company who is not listening to you. That's just that. If your needs are not getting met with these games that are coming out, don't buy the shit. That's it. Don't be in there hyping it up with everybody else. Don't play it. Don't buy it. That's it. Stop blaming one person. If anything, it's not just Rhyme Style, it's this whole damn community. Not just the people who complain about moves, not just the people who complain about characters, content. It's the people who play the game, because not only do they complain about content and stuff like that, you got people sitting up here beefing on videos, telling people that their opinion don't matter, and this thing needs to go in above this thing because they don't care about it. And guys, I'm gonna leave it right at that, because it's just like this community is like this. I'm gonna get to this in a minute. I'm gonna say this, guys. It doesn't matter what any of us say. The people who want to actually play this game and have been wanting to play this game since day one are on this game. It doesn't matter what Dimps does. They can't bring them back because they were never there. So the people who jumped out of this game as soon as they tried to find something that was, that something was broken, like the rank system or something like that, those people are done with the game. They never were on the game. They were only on the game for hype. They're not really true Xenoverse fans. They don't really care about the series that much. They're just there for the hype. Not saying that they don't care about Dragon Ball Z games, they're just not fans of the series. So just let them stay off the game. It doesn't really matter if they're on or not. The people who want to play on the game are on the game. And that's it. It don't matter what we say in videos. We can try to discuss strategy, skill, key blast cancel, moves, characters, future content. It doesn't matter. The people who don't want to play this game are off, and they were never on to begin with. So let them come back when the hype is real and the hype is there, and I'm just going to still be playing the game and chilling, and I like they were never there. Because I don't play this game for other people. I play this game to enjoy it and play Dragon Ball, because that's what I like doing. So I'm going to end the video right there, guys. If I feel like I need to make a part 2, I will make a part 2. If you have anything to say in the the comment section, regardless if it's not agreeing with me or agreeing with me, or you just have a fucking opinion that you want to say and get something off your chest, go ahead and do it in my comment section below. I don't block comments. I don't particularly care what you say. You know, it's not going to offend me. If I have an opinion, I'll give my opinion against what you said. But for the most part, I don't really particularly let anything that anybody says in my comment section try to stir up my opinion. If I feel a certain way, that's how I feel. And if we can discuss it and it may make me feel different, then that's what I'll do. But for the most part, this is how I feel at this moment. So, remember, nothing is impossible for us Saiyans. Stop bullshitting in this community. Stop being hypocrites. Stop telling people that their opinion does not matter because it's not what you want, but claim that you're open-minded and you want to hear other people's thoughts. And above everything else, I want you to take care. Saiyans. I'm done.